Hey there, Cherie from Cherie's Alchemy, and I'm back today with an impromptu pattern haul. It's a small haul, but I just wanted to pop on because I caught these on sale today and the sale ends tomorrow. So I just wanted to share these patterns real quick in case anybody sees this and they're interested in the same patterns and they didn't know about the sale. So today is Saturday, February the 20th, and this sale ends at Joann Fabrics on Sunday, January 21st. So you guys remember that when I shared with you my last McCall's pattern haul, I was mentioning that I went to the store because I wanted to see if they had thread on sale. And I was there the wrong week. The sale on thread actually started this week. And so I'm looking through the flyer just to double check the dates. And I see, yes, this was the right week. And then I look over and I see they also have another pattern sale. And I totally missed that the first time I scanned the flyer. I'm telling you, they're putting the pattern sale notifications like smaller and smaller in the flyer because it just wasn't in a very prominent place. And it's like, I looked at that page. I saw everything else on that page except for the pattern sale. And I was honestly a little bit bummed because I've been seeing people's pattern hauls from Hobby Lobby where they had their patterns on sale for 99 cents. And I haven't been in a Hobby Lobby like in years, but we did just get a new one built very close to us. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll go, but I didn't want to go. So bottom line is I'm like, I'll just wait until Joann's has their patterns on sale. And so I was so excited that I saw that I caught that. And the main reason was because I just seen Mimi G's new spring patterns and they are darling. And I'm like, I have to get those. So that's what I went to store to get. The two Mimi G patterns that I wanted. I got my thread. I got this mug that's just so cute. I don't need another mug. I don't need another anything. But I just thought that was cute. I love this color. This is one of the colors in my sewing room. I love the quote, kindness matters, because it does. And, you can always use these little things. I'm not going to drink out of this. I'm probably just going to put like some of my marking pencils, little pairs of scissors, just some little things to keep next to my sewing machine with me. And I'll have this little reminder. I don't need to be reminded to be kind. I try to be kind all the time, but I do like it. So anyway, let me show you the patterns. This first one, got this. I looked at it. I'm like, you've bought this blouse before. Like, this is the kind of blouse that I would buy from Banana Republic or Ann Taylor. Love everything about it, but then always annoyed about the fit, right? Because like my bust line and my waist are a different size than my hip area. So when blouses like this come down below my waist, they just don't flow, right? How they're supposed to, because I'm not straight. Like, I have curves. So I'm like, get this, because this would just be like a staple blouse for me. I can flare that out a little bit to accommodate it falling nicely over my hips. Or what I like to do with these kind of blouses is just put slits on the side. Even that makes it much more comfortable. So if I sit down or something like that, I don't feel like it's pulling. You don't want to cut a bigger size because then all of this up top is too big. So I'm looking forward to giving this a try. This calls for a silky type fabric. So your double georgettes, your gauzes. Oh, even lightweight linen is on here. Shirtings, silky type fabrics. And it doesn't use a ton of fabric. For the larger size, I'm not sure what I have to cut on here. I got to dig in deep because this looks like it has a lot of ease in the bust. But anyway, the largest size on here is a size 24. And the maximum amount of fabric you would need to make that largest size with the long sleeves with only 44-inch wide fabric is 3 1/8 yards. So here's the line drawing, simple back. I love, I told you guys I love this kind of raglan sleeve because it just falls over my sloped shoulders well. I don't have to worry about getting that fitted in there properly and doing like adjustments there. Yeah, the opening looks like it's cut a little bit low, but that's something easy to close up. And then you see here, this version also has buttons. So you can still do the buttons and then do the tie if you wanted. But yeah, I think that's kind of cute. Simplicity 9233. Next blouse, also just kind of simple and chic. This is the kind of blouse I would buy ready to wear. So I'm excited to try this so I can make the adjustments I need to accommodate my hips and my rear end. You know, mine isn't flat like that. So, so yeah, this will be like a cute top just to play around with some silky prints. I got this. I thought the button arm detailing was just cute and unique. I like the tie, but I almost feel like I might flip that tie to the front. I'm not sure. This is Simplicity 9232. Line drawing on the back. And similar to the first one, it's calling for the same kind of fabrics. Silky types, lightweight linens, stretch wovens, cottons, crepes, and satin. That would be beautiful in satin. Here's another like that kind of modern, simple look that you would get at Banana Republic. I like the funnel neck and the little pleating detail up there. Again, those of us that have curves in our hip and our rear end, we can make, you know, slight adjustments in the bottom of the pattern very easily to accommodate that. Here is the back, so you can see the line drawing. Same size range from a size 6 to 24. Finished bust measurement on the larger size here is a 55.5, so very generous. The finished bust on the lower side is a 40. So it has a lot of ease in there. Loose fitting, simple. Same kinds of fabric, your lightweight linens, your shirting, silky tops, voiles, cotton lawns. Lovely. And this one, the largest size with the smallest width of fabric and the long sleeves, only uses 2.5 yards of fabric. So not bad. And then to go with all these tops, look how cute these pants are. I don't usually do pleated pants, as I've mentioned before, but I felt like this was like a really soft pleat that wouldn't add bulk to the front. It has, you know, a structured waistband with a side zip. And I just thought that straight leg was just flattering. Simple, but I think very stylish. Again, looking like something out of Banana Republic to me. And this one calls for crepes, linen blends, rayon, sateen, silky types, as well as wools and wool blends. So you could use like a wool suiting. That would be nice. You would have to line that though. Anyway, size 8 to 24. And that size 6 is the smaller size rather. The size 6 has a finished garment measurement. The hip is a 40.5. And for that larger size, the 24, the hip finishes at 56.5 inches. So generous sizing again for these not to be plus size patterns. Another one from the new spring. This dress. I think this is a universally flattering dress. Super easy sew. There are no closures. You just need fabric and thread. Calls for stretch knits. So your lycra blends interlock as well as jerseys. Maximum fabric you're going to need is 3 yards. You do need fabric that is 60 inches wide for this one, but most jerseys and knits come that wide. So, finished hip measurements on this, 46.5 for the larger size and a 31-inch hip on that size 6. The back of with the line drawing. And again, this is Simplicity 9222. This is not a new pattern, but it's one of Mimi G's patterns that I've been wanting for a while, and I hadn't caught a sale and didn't get it. I want to make a couple shirt dresses. I love this one. I love the scooped hemline detail. I love all the little details she's put with the pockets, the shoulder plankets, even just this kind of mandarin collar with the closure is just nice. Here's the line drawing on the back, so you can see that scoop. Mimi has a sew along. You know, if you're new to doing buttons and things like that, you can catch a sew along from her. And then this is calling for woven fabrics, poplins, linens, cotton blends, shirtings. What's the maximum hip here on the finished garment? So the finished garment bust is listed, which is a 53.5 for that larger size. And so the hips are going to be more than that because it does flare out a little bit. But it doesn't say on the back what the hip measurement is. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to trying this. Simplicity 8830. Another dress. I've been wanting this pattern for a bit. I want to have all the amazing fit patterns. I just love how much they give you so that you can get a really good fit with these. For example, this one has, you can cut a cup size B, C, D, or double D. And then you can cut it based on having a slimmer average figure versus a curvy figure. And so I love that. I feel like it's universally flattering. You know, here with this shaped empire seam, it's just flattering on most people. The ruching or the side pleating here, again, just a very figure flattering detail. Sleeve options. I love this sleeve length. And I love the, you know, just a little bit of gathering just to give it a little bit. I like these kind of sleeve details up top because they tend to, adding that little bit of volume tends to balance out my upper body with my hips. So I always love that kind of detail. The back is very simple. It just has, you know, some princess seams in the back. And it does have a zipper. So you need a 22-inch invisible zipper. And this fabric obviously calls for knit fabric. So you need a double knit, ponte, spandex blends. And it even says stretch velvet, which gets you thinking how good that would look in a stretch velvet. I feel like an emerald green velvet for Christmas, or even one of those printed velvets, that would be saucy. I like it. So that is Simplicity 8734. And this pattern goes in a huge size range. So it goes from a size 6 or 8 all the way up to a 28W. And that 28W, let me see if I can find the finished measurements. The finished bust measurement for that 28W, if you use a double D pattern, is a 56 inches. So I would have to use the lower range on here, down in the like a 42. So there are like 5 sizes beyond what I would use on this pattern. So very generous. Next pattern. I love Cynthia Rowley. I try to pick up all her patterns that she puts out. This is just a cute summer dress. Can't go wrong with this. I made a sheared dress very similar to this last year, just without a pattern. But I just picked this up because I'm probably going to make the shorter version for my daughter. And I'll probably make the longer version for myself. It does use a fair amount of fabric. I'm going to need 5.5 yards of fabric to make this if I use like a quilter's cotton kind of fabric or a gauze that's only 45 inches wide. If you use something that's 60 inches wide and you're going for that larger size, you need 4.5 yards. So you need a fair amount of fabric for designs like this because of the fullness, but they're just lovely. Universally flattering. I mean, pretty much everybody can wear a dress like this. And this is Simplicity 9141. The back looks like the front. And so I'm excited to try that. Now let's get to the 2 Mimi G patterns that I went to the store for in addition to the thread. Here's the first one. Look at that jumpsuit. Again, I said it in another video. I'm not a jumpsuit person. I've actually never made a jumpsuit. It is on, well, I shouldn't say that. I think when I was younger, I made a jumpsuit. But I had a jumpsuit body back then. I do have a jumpsuit on my Make 9 list for 2021, and I'm going to do a video next actually showing you guys my Make 9 plans. I shared them on Instagram, so I'm going to go ahead and film a video to show you guys, and I'll probably do the reviews of each of them right here on YouTube. That'll give me something to make videos about. But anyway, I just love this. I love the neckline. I love the sleeves. I love just the front detailing with the belt. I love that the closure is in the front, not in the back. And I also feel like this would be a design that's very easy to modify into a dress, which that I would totally wear. Because honestly, it's all this up here that I'm in love with. And so I feel like all that would be so pretty, and they have just a simple A-line here at the bottom. So that's a easy hack that I actually think I'm going to try. Maximum fabric yardage you need here for the larger size 45-inch wide fabric is 4¼ yards. So let's see here. The finished garment measurements, the hip measurement on that largest size, the size 24, is 51 inches. So it's not technically a plus size pattern, but you know, 51 inches is getting you into that range. And then the size 6, the smallest size, has a hip of 35.5. So yeah, this is just cute. The back is simple, but I just love that. This is moving up the list. And then the final one is this wrap dress. I'm a sucker for a wrap dress. I love absolutely everything about this wrap dress. Even the length, actually. Because I feel like it's not tight. I would wear a shorter length like that because it's not tight. But I don't know. It's feminine. It's a little sexy, but still classy. I love just the drapiness of it all. I love the asymmetric hem. It's just like an extra little detail. I actually even like that you can do a little contrast here just to change it up a bit. And this one is calling for wovens, which is also nice to have a wrap dress that you can make with woven fabrics. So this one is calling for linens, soft cottons, chambray, silky types, and batiks. Size range is from a 6 to a 24. And let's go in. The maximum fabric you're in need for a 45-inch wide fabric is 4 yards. There are no closures on here. You're just going to need your thread, some elastic for the waist, and interfacing. And then let's see here, finished garment measurements. Are they on here? Yeah. So the hip for the size 6 is a 38. The bust for a size 6 is a 39.5. And at the other end of the range, the size 24, that bust is 55 inches and the hip is 53.5 inches. So a really good range. Again, it's not a plus size pattern, but those of us on the lower end of plus size can use that largest size to comfortably make this dress. And so, yeah, I just think it's beautiful. She styled it. She always styles her patterns beautifully. But I just love this. This is going to the top of the list for me. Again, simplicity, 9224. So, yeah, that's it for my haul. I told you it was small. I am so set for a while. Just don't let Butterick Patterns go until next. But I need to be good. I need to sew and I need to record videos to share my makes. I think the first make video I'm going to share actually is a review of this pattern. Lots of people have been asking me about this topper. And I'm going to go ahead and reveal the pattern that I used to make this. And yeah, it's good. And it is one that, you know, everyone should consider having this in their spring wardrobe. I like almost every day. I think I've made 4 of these so far. And even if it's just for a couple minutes, I I throw these on. They're just, I love them. And so I think that's going to be the first makes video. So I need to do a video showing my make 9. I shared that on Instagram, and I've actually made my first make 9 make already. I'm about to cut out my second and third. I'm going to work on those together in parallel. But I'm going to go ahead and record a video just to show you guys the 9 patterns that I chose to complete in 2021. And I'll explain why specifically I chose those patterns. And then I can do a separate one as I've made each one to review those patterns and show what they look like. And then several of you requested in the comments that I go on and share all the rest of the patterns that I bought in that huge McCall's and Vogue online pattern haul that I did. I showed you less than half of the patterns. So I'm going to go ahead and record 2 separate videos. I'll do the McCall's patterns, and then I'll do the Vogue patterns. And that way, you know, if you guys see something you like, you can already start generating your list so that the next sale, when the next sale comes around, you'll have your list ready and you can grab them. And just keep watch over the online website, and then, you know, your local stores. You might get lucky. A few of the patterns I will say I bought online, that they were actually out of print patterns. That's one of the reasons I really like kind of hawking that online sale, because you can get a lot of out of print ones where maybe your store sold the 2 that they had, but they seem to have a back stock of a good amount of out of print fabrics. And so you can watch that. So I'll do the make 9. I'll do this topper. I'll separate out the 2 pattern hauls. And then what else? Oh, I have another fabric haul to share with you guys. And that one I'll do pretty soon because it's for a big project that I'm working on that's due in March. I won't tell you what the project is, but I'll show you the fabrics that I've chosen for this project. It's a little mini collection of things. And so I think it would be fun to share with you guys my process in pulling the fabrics and which patterns I'm looking at. I need to make the decisions on some of the patterns soon, this weekend actually, so I can get going on that. And that'll help drive like the remaining pieces that I'll add to this collection. And then I'll be revealing that in March. And then I'll get into the long queue of makes that I have to share with you guys and reviews. And mainly just because, you know, several of you have expressed the interest in seeing what these things sew up and look like on someone like me who has a fuller figure. And so I'm happy to show that to you guys. So yeah, I'm looking forward to my little queue. It's going to keep me busy for a while. And more importantly, it's going to keep me sewing. Because what's the sense in having all these patterns if I'm not using them, right? So, all right. So that's it for today. Remember, the sale ends at Joann's tomorrow, Sunday, February 21st. So if you can catch that sale before it ends, great for you. If not, make your list and just always be ready for the next sale. All right, guys, take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.